Hi, this is Forensics Part 2. A couple people have asked me to do another video about forensics, so here it is. Forensics, forensic psychology, is putting a puzzle together to solve a problem. Usually it's who committed a crime or why did they commit that crime. Trying sometimes to solve it post-crime or stop crimes from happening in the case of profilers. If you're going to profile, for example, and I'll digress for a moment, there are certain things that when we're profiling that we look for. We look at the crime scene, we look at the victims, how many victims, how far apart were they taken, what type of victims, were they male, female, what age, or are they both? When did this happen, daytime, nighttime? Was it around a populous place or was it a place where nobody travels? Was the car disabled? Was the car left behind? Were the victims traveling by bus or by foot? We look at all of those things. Who are the victims? What are their life? Do the victims have anything in common? Anything that we can use to link the victims together? Other than that, we then look at the crime scene, the choice of the place, the choice enacted. Did they pick a schoolyard, or did they choose a desolate highway, or the person's house or apartment? And if so, then how did they figure out that house or apartment? Were they stalking them first? Then we look at the time of day. Did all the crimes happen at the same time of day? Did they vary? Sometimes that'll tell us whether or not our perp has a day job. That's not committing the crimes, and that's happened many times. Certain things with positions of the way the body's left will tell us a lot about the person. If the person is dressed or not dressed, if the person has been violated and covered up, or violated and not covered up, if the eyes have been manually closed versus left open or glued open or taped open, those all give us clues to the type of person who would do that particular crime. In doing that, we then can put together a profile. Generally, in the past, profiles were based on white males between the ages of 19 and 28 or early 30s, but that's radically changed. Now we see that men and women both do it. All ages can commit crimes, even children and older people as well. And doesn't matter what race you are or what religion you are, everybody has the potential, if it's in them, to commit the crimes. Now, I'm not saying everyone has potential. I'm saying those who are sociopathic or psychopathic, could be male, female, young, old, anything. The rest of the population will never, ever do anything like this. Just that small population that is either sociopath or a psychopath. And a sociopath is very different than a psychopath. In simple terms, a sociopath is like your con man. He will woo you, or she will woo you and steal your money or your house and then leave you. They'll say, "I love you," but they don't mean it. The psychopath will kill you. Now, once in a while, a sociopath kills, and not all psychopaths kill. So there are contradictions to the so-called rules, but in general, we can define it in two ways. Many sociopaths are also psychopaths, and some psychopaths are sociopaths, but they are not the same thing. Ted Bundy was a sociopath and a psychopath. He had tendencies of both. Very charming man, that's the sociopathic part, and his killing spree part was more of a psychopath, a genius. Many serial killers are very intelligent. If they're not book smart, they are innately smart or street learned. And that's what we also have to figure out. What kind of education does this perpetrator have? What kind of weapon did they use? Did they use a gun, a knife? Did they bring a weapon? Did they find it there and was it a crime of opportunity, or were they really prepared for what they were doing? All of these pictures and questions go into making a profile, which is one aspect of forensic psychology. In my other video, I talked a little bit about serial killers, and that there are several types of serial killers, and that they tend to be either organized or disorganized, and then there's the smart one who is a little bit of both, who is clever enough to try and fool the police into thinking, I've got a disorganized, or maybe I have two. And then, of course, there are the serial killers who work in duos and commit the crimes together. There are also mass murderers, fall into the forensics purview, and unfortunately, a good example of this is Virginia Tech, where Cho was planning this incident for some time before he actually let loose and committed his crimes. So in that case, a forensic psychologist would go in and work backwards to see why. What was the trigger that morning? What set him off? What made him decide today was the day I was going to do this? From everything I've read and seen, he was a very tortured young man. So at this point, without intervention, I think he would have done something anyway. The question would have been when, if not that day, which day. Also, you have terrorists fall under forensics at times, trying to figure out who is a terrorist, what are they planning, when are they planning, what type of weapon, biochemical, bio, are they going to use it by air, by water, where, when are they going to attack, things like that fall into the purview. Kidnappings fall into the purview. Robberies and all kinds of interesting things make up forensics. So that's another little overview of forensics, and I will, if you all are interested, come up with another one later. In the meantime, I'm Dr. Cynthia Clark, and I thank you for listening.